How's it going, everyone? Nate Rathman from Spiritual Stewardship with another Soul Snack, and today's Soul Snack is titled Fears Are Mirrors. And this is inspired by a conversation I was having with my wife, and we were talking about an article that a friend had pushed our way about AI and AI. I don't know all the details, but kind of this idea that is out there that AI will gain sentience and turn us into batteries and take over the world, kind of annihilation kind of thing. And that's, you know, I know all the game theory models exist out there for it. I happen to think most of the stuff like that gets generated is literally coming out of human spheres. But it also just opened up this broader discussion about our fears in general and what are they highlighting. And I was thinking about it and I was thinking fears are mirrors for exactly what you most have resistance to. So instead of thinking about fears as something that you have to overcome or something you have to, you know, grapple with, you can look at a fear simply as an indicator. You can use it as a tool, and I think that's what it's meant to be, of where we either have thinking that is out of alignment with source or thinking that is causing pain or resistance in us because it isn't in alignment for us. So, like the idea of AI and annihilation, what's that really a fear of underneath? It's a fear of loss of control and it's a fear of death. I think that those two fears, which are very common and very prevalent, happen to be some of the biggest motivators for the worst human behavior out there. You know, humans are constantly doing things to try to control the uncontrollable or making bad decisions in their lives because they're afraid to acknowledge the fact that we are mortal beings, that we will live and we will die. But we are also immortal souls. And I think that this can be tricky for people who don't have that belief system. And I'm not here to try to change anyone's belief system. But what I can say, regardless of who's right or who's wrong, is that the fear of death robs us of life. And whether we have one life or many lives, we are in this one and we're in it right now. And that fear of death is keeping us from living fully. So either you make peace with it because you believe in an afterlife, or you make peace with it because it's going to happen anyways and this is one life to live. But either way, it needs to be reckoned with. And that fear that comes up when we think about it is the signal that it needs to be acknowledged. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to fix it. It just wants to be looked at. Part of your psyche is trying to reconcile this. So the soul snack reminder is that if there's anything in your life that you're resistant to, anything in your life that you're fearing, anything that's causing constriction or tightness, use that as a signal to look more deeply with compassion, with love, with interest, with curiosity at whatever it is that's causing that discomfort. Your fears are your mirrors. All right. Thanks, everyone.